in the meeting.
There we go. Now
Okay.
it's fine.
That was so weird.
You that bullshit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like, come on, fam. Like, let's walk on.
I was like, we do this week in and week out. Y'all know us. we
Yeah. No, so I guess we live. What's up, people?
back in the building. We back in the building.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all know what it is, man. It's the Fly Sippers, man.
Yeah, man. I am Austin.
And it's your boy Mike.
Chill, chill, chill. What you sipping on, good sir?
And we got another visitor from Wise Man. Get it in the shot. There we go. Body Electric. It's another one where I love the can design. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, Joy Boy. Look at it. Now
That's a cool
respect.
face.
So double IPA, as the name suggests, very bright flavors, especially for it to be a double. I would be sipping and dipping, boy. I'm gonna let you know right now. And I do love the quote they put across the top here. It says, "I sing the body electric. The armies of those I love ingreath me, and I ingreath them." By Walt Whitman. But I don't talk too much about what I am sipping. What you over there sipping on, man?
Well, I got a little bit of makers mixing with the strawberry Starburst sparkling ice.
Hey,
And it might be a bad idea.
for
So
a good reason, or it's too smooth reason.
I haven't tasted it yet, but it don't
Well,
smell normal. So we're gonna find out
yeah.
after this is gonna be some water. So
Well,
yep.
as a former resident of the grand state of Kentucky, and can tell you the Bourbon Trail has expanded multiple times. I remember once a time there was only 24 distilleries, then it expanded to 28, and it got up to about 36, 37. They're now currently at 51 available distilleries, and still one of the highest rated ones is Maker's Mark, up
Really?
under good old James Beam. Yeah, Maker's Mark and Woodford Reserve and Bardstown are like the three highest rated ones
I've
from
never had
people.
Bardstown.
Not to mention, Beth is thinking about getting me to do the bourbon trail. It's like a late birthday present one year.
Do it.
If I do, I'll let you know if I find anything in particular that's not out here on the market.
Hey, let
But
me know and I will send you the loot.
yeah, Makers is one of those that's in that list. I mean, with a list of 51, how can you not be on the list?
Hey, it could be 151. Then you got to catch them all.
Why I just think of Pootie Tang. What
Hey,
he
send me
said.
down the running style, my Damien.
What he said. He said that's how
Sip.
exclusive a Big Shorty party is. They don't let no air in. They don't let no light in. They don't let no water in. Air sitting out there talking to the bouncer, talking about shit. Let me in. I'm air. You need me. You're gonna die without me. Bouncer look at the list, but talking about some. You ain't on the list. Damn. That's how exclusive the Biggest Shorty party is. You know what else? Hard to get
It's
in
hard to get
too.
into too. He said, not just Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. That movie is so dumb. Like this one part where like Pootie Tang, he took off his belt and slapped somebody with it and put it back on. He
My
ain't had
man
no
was
belt
wearing
loops.
his sweatpants on.
He had sweatpants, man. So it's just what's it? He said, "Dang, Pootie Tang, that was the longest movie clip I ever seen." But it was a 2 hour movie. And then he said something. Bob Costa said, "What? They sent me down the running style." Pootie, what the hell did you just say? Send me down on the runny kind, my Dammy. Oh, the runny kind. Oh, yo. Anyway,
That's
yo,
how
you
that
haven't
thing.
seen Pootie, just go watch it. I'm not gonna go through it because I can talk about that movie
Yeah.
forever.
But just know, as dumb and goofy as that movie is, it's so iconic that me and my friends, I know this is also off topic, in Smash Brothers Ultimate, when Simon and Richter use their Holy Whip, we say, "Who the time?"
Yo, oh, yo, I'm thinking of Dirty D. He said, "Oh man, some good dirt." It's all it's like rubbing on himself.
It made me
You
take showers
slap
every
him
day.
like yeah. Yeah. All right. You back to the sports stuff, man. Oh gosh, yo, that slap you line, yo. That
Yeah.
oh gosh, yo, slap him. Like, anyway, all right. Let's talk about soccer stuff real quick, man. Shout out to Charlotte FC. They have a 5 game shutout streak. If they
Mm,
shut out Red Bulls tonight, they will tie for number 2 in MLS history.
here you go.
So, um, it's gonna be the summer of soccer. We got the Olympics going on. We got that's the Olympics, um, Euros, Copa America. They got 2 games in Charlotte. I'm definitely going to one. And yeah, those 3.
Here you go.
The Champions League final is Saturday. Dortmund against Real Madrid. So it's gonna be pretty good. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna watch it because I'll be at a party, a little day party, and the game goes on at 3. Day party ends at 4. Oh, my bad. So Charlotte FC is playing Red Bulls right now, and I thought we were gonna score, but so yep. That's it for soccer. Uh oh, speaking of the Olympics, my cousin Alana Smith will be playing for the Puerto Rican national team in Paris. So if y'all watch Puerto Rico, look for Alana Smith. That's my cousin. Check her out, check her out, check her out. This is really not bad. It smells a lot worse than it is, but that's not bad at all.
Uh, that tends to be the case with a lot of gin and whiskey drinks. Is especially gin being so heavy on herbs and juniper. It's like, why my drink smell like a Christmas tree, but it tastes like lemonade?
Is a lemon Christmas aid.
But yeah, with whiskey and bourbon generally going into barrels, and some of them they char the inside lining of it. You get that kind of acrid, kind of smoky, that smell slash flavor that might
Mhm.
not work well with your smells. If you try to smell a drink, you're just like, oh, some smell burnt, or some smell like wood. Pause. Then you sip the drink, it's like, oh, that ain't bad.
Hmm. So what should we start with? Basketball?
I guess we can go ahead and get basketball out of the way.
All right. Um, so Celtics swept the Pacers.
One of those. As much as the Pacers fought, didn't we see that coming?
Yep, because look, I've always said this: Celtics play stupid. They have a great team with fantastic players, but they play dumb. And the Pacers played dumber. They should have won 2 games.
Hmm.
They were up by like what, I think 7 points with a minute and 47 seconds left to go in the game, and they
Hmm.
were playing like they were down by 10, jacking
Yeah,
up threes with like 19 to 18 seconds to go on the shot clock. Just like, just hold the ball. And
yeah.
then
Like
Jalen Brown had like a crazy shot in the corner, and everybody's like, "Oh man, this is a great game." No, these people are stupid. Just hold the
a
ball,
lot of bad
man.
basketball. Yeah,
And the thing
you're
is,
up seven. All you have to do is hold the ball. You don't. You're playing the best team in the NBA record wise. You don't have to make a state. You don't have to try to make a statement against them. Secondly, you're in the playoffs, so regardless of who you're playing a team in the playoffs. The second round of the playoffs, mind you.
oh, also, no, it's the
No,
third round, right?
sorry, third round.
Third round. Also, you were playing in Boston.
You don't have to make a statement.
You don't. What
You
are you
already have the
doing?
lead. Like you know, you know how many times to slightly switch sports and then come back. You know how many times the 02 and 03 Patriots made statements on their opponents? Not many. But you know how many games they won in the 03 season? Believe they went 14-2. Play smart.
Stop doing stupid stuff, man. And then it happened again in game 3, where they were up by 18. Halliburton didn't play. Okay. Halliburton didn't play, and y'all was still up by 18 points. And Boston walked y'all down in Indiana. Y'all deserve to get swept. Like, usually, it's kind of hard to sweep a NBA team, unless it's like in the first round, it's kind of lopsided. But in most part, 4-1. If it's like a blowout. I knew they were going to get swept because they played dumb. They played dumb. So, congratulations to the Celtics. Hopefully, Porzingis comes back.
Yeah, the timetable has him coming back for the finals because they were already saying if it was necessary, he would already be good to go for Game 6 in the conference finals.
Okay, so he's just chilling.
Yeah. And now moving on to the West, the Mavs failed to close up. The Timberwolves did not win last night's game. The Mavs lost.
They're trying to screw. Oh, bad. I'm sorry. It might be a fight in the game. Yeah, yellow card. Get him out of here, man. There we go. My bad. Damn, 2 yellows. Yeah, get your weight up, man.
Why, when you said it might be a fight, I just thought about that game Death Row on Xbox. And then when we had the custom soundtrack, we had 40 Ounce by D12.
Yo, for those of y'all who have never played Death Row, it's on the original Xbox. Yo,
Hold
on. I have the game. I don't have the original Xbox, but that game was insane. If y'all you look up some videos on YouTube, yo.
There we
go.
Got to get it in the shot. Let me get it in the shot. There we go. That's what
They will probably never remake that game ever again, but
ever.
That was probably the best.
That was such an era of violence.
It was probably the best futuristic sports game. Like it's like the best original. I'm gonna make a sports game. Original stuff is so great.
Yeah.
Down to the fighting mechanics. Like, what sports game has a fighting system? And every team worked as like the convicts, right? They weren't trying to score and beat you score wise. They were trying to beat you. So if all 4 of your players get KO'd in a half, that's it. So they were trying to beat you up.
Yeah.
So you had to know how to fight against them. And there's other teams
that was like all fighting mechanics.
The ninjas.
Yeah,
the ninjas. So like the ninjas were fast and they would fight if you fight them. But if you fight them, y'all better know how to fight because they're gonna start jumping y'all.
Yeah.
And
the ninja. Was it the ninja? No, they were called the Black Dragons. That's what it was.
Yeah. The Black Dragon.
The Black Dragon had my favorite quote of the entire game. If you try to throw a pass and it was bad, or even a shot and it was bad, and they got intercepted, no good.
Nope. Yeah. That game had a lot of blood too. The blood stayed on the field and on the walls.
That was really advanced for the time it came out. Like having a game, being able to track how much blood is on the But yeah, I'm about to say going on to the other teams on the other side of the spectrum, the Sea Cats were all speed, agility, and like figured out game mechanics. But the Sea Cat, I swear to
the passing. Like you can beat them up, but they will pass the ball like it was the passing was crazy.
But if they take like 5 hits, look, they out, bro.
Yes. I think my favorite move was like you grab them, turn around the clothesline, boom, blood coming out their mouth. I'm like,
it's supposed to be a sport.
They had punching, kicking, grappling. That game was There'll probably never be a game like that again.
Mm-mm.
Also, too, each stage was meant for the actual team. So the
Yeah.
convicts, their stage was in a jail. The construction workers were at a construction
Jail.
site.
The
The
convict stage is in a jail and very, very flat to where you can't
Yes.
really run anywhere.
Nah,
Like,
you're right. You ain't no running.
you catching hands. Okay.
And like so in order to give them power ups, they'd be popping pills or doing steroids
Oh yeah.
or buying like illegal drugs or something. Or like the campaign, it was funny. It said uh owner caught in scandal must pay prostitute or something. Like what?
Like,
Just
whoa.
the game was wild, man, but it's probably it's in my top five of all time.
Yeah.
Man, that game was great.
Yeah, like I said, the Mavs failed. The Mavs failed to get the win. Like the Mavs lost. The Timberwolves didn't win. The Mavs lost.
Yeah.
Lots of possessions, like you were talking about with the Pacers, just kind of jacking up threes very early in the shot clock.
Hmm.
Mavs were doing that with like minutes to go in the game, and the Timberwolves built up a decent lead to where 3 or 2 minutes left in the game. Now we're having to go for these threes. The only smart thing that they did at the end of the game is Luka forced that foul onto Karl-Anthony Towns to get him fouled out. Because Karl-Anthony Towns called a hot hand at the end of the game. Cool.
Karl-Anthony Towns is a walking like
He's
just get him
walking
in foul
frustrated.
trouble.
That was the only smart thing that they did. I remember a possession. There was probably about 6 minutes left. Literally, um, they bring the ball up the court. Ball gets past the Luka at the top of the key. He takes a far 3-pointer. It's probably like a 30, 35 footer 3-pointer with 18 seconds left on the shot clock. And I was like, what are you doing? Of course, he misses. Timberwolves get the rebound. Anthony Edwards drives the lane, gets the bucket, and gets fouled. 6-point swing right there. And Luka took that shot before anyone was even in the paint to even try to contest for the rebound. There was 4
Hmm.
Timberwolves in the paint. I was like, what are you doing, Luka? Stuff like that. And then even when they did try to do that, like that little clawback, missing free throws down the stretch didn't help either. Can't be leaving Cheddar at the line. Can't be leaving Cheddar at the line.
And I also think they were kind of, we got it type attitude,
Yeah,
which usually
definitely.
happens when you're up 3-0. The Celtics had it too.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is the Pacers. So, do you think the Mavs will close it out in Game 5?
I think they will close out game 6. Game
Okay.
5 going to Minnesota. Minnesota's kind of a hostile, loud territory. I don't know if y'all have seen. I don't know how if y'all have seen how serious the Minnesotans. I think. Um,
Minnesota's.
I don't think y'all know how serious Minnesotans take basketball. Um, them and Oklahoma City Thunder. Um, their fans get into the game and get super loud, and they do not sit until their team scores the first bucket, scores their first bucket, and they get loud. Um, Now that being said, Minnesota doing a lot of jump shooting here recently. If some of their shots don't fall and ours do, sure we could close it out in 5. But that kind of environment, uh, especially with them being hyped that they didn't get swept. Yeah, I think Minnesota wins game 5 and then we can close it in game 6.
Hmm.
That also being said, I think when we close it in game 6, it's still going to be a very close one like it has been pretty much all series. I think last night was the largest margin of victory between the two teams the whole series.
Who do you think? Okay, so let's say that the Mavs go on, right? Who do you got between the Mavs and the Celtics?
Celtics play dumb. Give me the Mavs at 7.
Yeah, the thing is like on paper, Drew Holiday, Kyrie Irving, Jaylen Brown slash Tatum, Luca, right? Pretty solid defenders against two solid offensive players.
Hmm.
Then Porzingis come back. Yeah, like, on paper. I don't trust PJ at all. I would never will. I don't give a fuck what he does. Never. On paper, man, should be. But at the same time, they play stupid. They play dumb, man. Morons.
For the Celtics to be successful, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum will have to play a lot of bully ball to wear out our wing players and such, and whoever's guarding them, they'd have to wear
Mhm.
them out with a lot of bully ball. Which even still, we can keep fresh legs on the court because I believe the Mavericks bench is deeper than the Celtics bench. Celtics do
Yeah, because
have
you got
some.
Exum, Hardy, Green. Does Lively start?
No,
Okay, so Lively,
Hardaway Jr.
Hardy. Oh yeah, Hardaway Jr. Yeah, yeah,
Like the Celtics have some weapons, some great weapons on their bench, like Pritchard being small and incredibly fast and willing to drive and take that contact. But
who's like the tall dudes at number 40? I think it all kind of depends on Porzingis.
I know who's on about to. I think his last name started with a K.
Yeah, yep. Permit, commit, number 40.
About to say. I'm about to go look at their roster right now. I know who you're talking about. I'm picturing his face like right now.
Yeah.
As soon as I load, there we go. Go so I can look at your roster. Wait, Mikhailiuk has a brother in the league now?
Who?
What's that one weird looking center Mikhailiuk that he used to play for like the Pistons and play for like the Heat, and play backup for like a lot of weird teams. But apparently he's got a brother in the league now. Oh, oh.
Oh,
Am I overlooking him? Hauser? Oh, Luke Cornett. There we go.
coordinate.
I knew,
Okay, yeah.
I knew there was a K in there somewhere. Yeah, Luke Cornett. But even still, Luke Cornett comes off the bench, which really means bench versus bench. He'd get matched up against Lively if the Mavericks make it.
Yeah, like the thing is with him, you have to run against him. Yeah, stuff gets set up, then he can kind of take up space. But if you
Yeah,
just, yeah, you know,
which both
Ginobili.
Lively and Gafford are willing to run. I mean, we've been doing that pick and roll, run and gun stuff. Like that's how we got up 3-0 on the Timberwolves. Which also tells us that Carl Anthony Towns ain't playing defense like a big man.
Oh, never. He never will. Never will, man. Like,
How you have the Twin Towers Part 2, but you got Derek Lively coming off the bench, whooping y'all up for 15 to 20.
Gafford too, man.
Yeah, well, I'm about to say at least Gafford starts. Derek Lively come off the bench and he'd be whooping y'all up for 15 to 20, like he starts, doing nothing but dunks. He get dunked on for 14. Like, I mean, shoot,
It's
last night's game, Gafford was shooting 100%, literally up until like the last 3 minutes, where the dunk actually got defended. He had to try to change it to a layup last second. But he was shooting 100%. because most of them were dunks.
Let me pull these stats real quick. One second. The game is tomorrow. I thought it was on Friday.
Nah. Yeah, nah, they trying to get this up out the way.
Okay, so game 6 is on Saturday.
And then Monday if necessary.
Okay, I know the finals start on June 6th,
Yeah.
which I oh gosh, I can't stand ESPN. I can't stand Disney. I need to get a digital antenna by then. Because the thing is, like, if you have Paramount Plus, you can watch CBS stuff. If you have Peacock, you can watch NBC live stuff. If you have, what's the other one? Peacock, CBS. If you have HBO Max, you can watch live TNT stuff. If you have if you have ESPN Plus, you can only watch ESPN Plus stuff. No ESPNU, no ESPN2, no ESPN3, no ESPN, no ABC Sports.
No,
I was
none.
So why do you just have ESPN? There's no point for
And not to mention, you gotta think
it.
Disney owns ABC, so why not
Exactly.
at least allow ABC?
So I'm like, dang, do I want to get Sling TV now?
Right.
But I'm like, that kind of defeats the purpose. Everything is separate. So I don't know. That's wild. Yeah. But I will say one thing. If the Italian soccer league moves off of CBS,
Gotta hit it with that tone from that movie Class Act.
out of here, yo. WWE moves off of Peacock.
I'm out of there. I'm gone.
Yup.
Not to mention, for me, that's the only reason I got Peacock Plus. Was that WrestleMania, John?
That's it. If I get to watch all these wrestling pay-per-views for $5 a month, yes. And then EPL too. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man, take this little $5 funky, man. Here you go.
It's funky.
Yeah. Yeah. For
Yeah.
sure. I guess we're done talking about that game, man. But one thing, like let's play a quick game, man. You play the game called Start Bench Cut, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So I was thinking, start bench or cut, right? And these are LeBron's teammates, right? But you're basing their performance off of the time they spent with them. Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, Dwayne Wade.
Basically just going reverse order.
Dwayne Wade, Kyrie, AD.
Yeah. So Dwayne Wade would get the start. Uh Bench Kyrie and AD.
Okay. So for
My reason for
me,
cutting AD is the health.
yeah. No, like for me, it's like I don't know if I want to start Kyrie because like, all right, like was Kyrie's prime with LeBron, and was Dwayne Wade's prime before LeBron? Because I know he had some injuries, but he was still really,
Yes and
really, really, really,
yes
really
and
good.
yes. But yes to both questions.
Hmm.
Because essentially Dwayne Wade was carrying that Heat team. You had an over the hill Shaq. You had very over the hill Gary Payton, mid level Jason Williams, who was starting to get over the hill. Um, who else? Udonis Haslam, not in his prime yet, but he
Yeah.
had D Wade.
Yeah, he was people forget how great he was, yo. I think for me is
People
like
forget in the game that they sealed those finals. Dwayne Wade shot 32 free throws. For one, think about how much abuse your body is taking to get hit that many times to have to take 32
how
free throws.
aggressive he was too.
Yeah, I sip on that. And the fact that
Hey,
Wade had to carry that team and got a ring before LeBron got there is the reason I would say I would start D Wade. Bench Kyrie, uh, Anthony Davis. I'm sorry.
okay.
My
I,
man,
I
my
would, I
man's
would.
back and knees are made of pixie dust and prayer.
So the thing is, like, AD has played fantastic, but Wade played great this long. He was consistent. Kyrie played great this long. Was consistent. So yeah, I think for me, I'm gonna do Kyrie, Wade, AD.
Mhm.
Now, if it was them without LeBron being there, like their whole career, I might do Wade, AD, Kyrie, just
Uh,
because.
Kyrie, yes, because Kyrie has had the least amount of the three. He's had the least amount of takeover instinct compared to all three.
Yes, yeah, yeah. That was like Kyrie has always. Let's see, LeBron, KD, now Luca. No, no, Jason Tatum, and now so he's always had a Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas AD definitely was dragging the Pelicans to whatever they were going at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and even these past playoffs and the season before, you saw some glimpses of he can still have takeover instinct. And then of course,
Yeah. They ran
he's
into
all he
Jokic.
looks like an old geezer, or the health gets to him and he just can't keep up.
Well, that's too bad. So, but yeah, that was my only thing I
Luke
had
out
for it.
here playing. Luke out here playing with two bum knees and a sprained ankle. He's
Yo,
still out there.
I need Luka to finish this series quick so he can get some rest, yo.
Yeah, for real. He's still playing like 30 minutes a night on two bum knees. And yes, folks, y'all can go back and research. Y'all look at his equipment. Look around his knees. My man got on double padded knee pads.
Yeah.
Try to protect his knee. And even still, there was a game in the series before where his knee was bleeding through both the two pads. Like Anaheim,
I wonder if that's where he wears black tights now.
wearing white ones a couple games ago. I think he was wearing white ones last night.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Never
Yeah,
mind.
we wore our color uniforms, so they wear white underneath to bring out the accents.
Yeah, how do you feel about that, man? Teams wearing like dark uniforms at home.
I mean, I've already been used to it as much as I follow football, because in football it's up to the home team to decide, and then the opponents just have to wear the opposite. So I've already been used to it because the classic in football is that you wear color at home. Um, I like it. It allows teams to first off get to show off more types of uniforms and be able to express themselves a little bit better. Um, Especially if you have cool looking uniforms like the Suns. Too bad the Suns are terrible, but um, like especially if you have cool looking uniforms like the Suns or the Jazz, um, or something like a phrase on it or something that reps your city, like Milwaukee being called Cream City, or like yeah, the Motor City joints. Um,
Buzz City.
the Brooklyn Nets uniform with the graffiti all over it. That's kind of a cool expression. Um, so I mean, I think it's fine as long as there's contrast and there's no one. And I agree with the NFL on this. As long as there's contrast and there's no one breaking the color blindness rules,
What's the
we're all
color
good.
blindness rules?
Both teams should not be wearing a color that's mostly a color that would affect color blindness. So either red blue, red green, or green blue. So generally, what they do. Um, so there was a complaint. This was years ago. Years ago, like Mark Sanchez was still in the league. Um, there was a complaint that one season no one could tell the difference between the Chiefs and the Jets. Uh, Well, not no one. No one with red green color blindness could tell the difference between the Chiefs and the Jets when they
Huh.
play. So if one team is within that category, the other team should probably wear white or black so that you don't have both teams sitting there being in a contrast of a color blindness issue. Now, complete color blindness, you can't help that, but you know, the main one is red green, but they also take into account red blue and blue green.
What about the new Giants uniforms?
If they were to wear those, most likely the opponents would wear white.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the red blue colorblind people would just be like, I don't know what color they wearing, but I could tell that
But I
that
know it's not that. Yeah, okay.
And the new Giants uniform should have stayed in 1930. That's what I think about. But yeah, for NBA, here recently they've only offended the color blindness rule once, and that was game 3 of Knicks and 76ers. The Knicks wore navy blue. Technically, there is contrast because the navy blue is dark compared to being a brighter blue, but the Knicks wore navy blue and the 76ers wore red.
Hmm.
Outside of that, they've been very, very cognizant of it. Who was it the Thunder had to play? That they decided to change it at the last second. They did the it was the Pelicans. One of the games, the Pelicans were wearing red, so the Thunder did the stupid ass Walmart looking joints. That's the all white that just says OKC on it. Because the uniform they would have worn would have been the blue, and then you get the red blue color blindness thing.
I learn something new every day, yo. Hmm.
Of course, against when they played against us, they were safe because they was just like, yeah, we're gonna wear either blue or we're gonna wear the black. All right, we'll just contrast y'all with the light color.
Do you know how early, or how far in advance we're in a well, you know what? Never mind. I was gonna say it's probably like super way ahead, but it is because they have jersey schedules.
Yeah, that's
So they
another
have to,
reason.
yeah, that's way ahead.
Yeah, that's another reason they have jersey schedules.
Yeah. Yeah, anything else?
Gotta say RIP to a great man. Monday, fortunately, we lost an NBA great. For those that do not know Bill Walton, please go back and watch some tape and or
Hmm.
play some old school video games where you could play as some of the legends. Bill Walton was a legendary big man, played for UCLA. I think he won back-to-back titles in UCLA too, right?
Oh, they were running everything at one
Um,
point.
yeah, back-to-back titles at UCLA. I think he finished uh 48-4 in that run, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Um, and it might even be higher than that. Um, and then got to the NBA and got the Trailblazers their only title, as well as playing alongside Larry Bird later in his career.
Hmm.
Um,
Didn't he win a title with the Celtics?
yeah, but I mean, Celtics is one of those established franchises compared to the Trailblazers. Like,
Yeah.
it'd be like if he won Timberwolves a title. It's just like, yeah, no, he won the Timberwolves a
Oh,
title.
like who was it? Uh Kawhi Leonard winning the Raptors a title and it dipping.
Right.
That's the greatest gamble that paid off ever. It's like, yo, I'm leaving, right? Yep, cool. Here's a championship. All right, see you later. Nope. Nobody will have any problem with
But
Kyrie in
Kawhi,
Toronto.
stay. We'll offer you this bonus package. You gonna offer this
Fam, they
bonus
say you
package.
can stay here for free. You can eat for free downtown. He's like, nah, it's still Canada.
You gonna offer this bonus package to the smoke I'm about to pop. Pew!
Yep. Nah, I'm out of here, yo. Y'all taxes are different, yo. I gotta go.
Y'all got different air up here, but the
Yeah,
air y'all
it's
breathe,
cold. He's from LA.
air y'all breathe, you don't breathe it breathe into you.
Nah, man, y'all got it.
Oh man. But Yeah, definitely fantastic big man, and is off the court. Great commentator to have. Definitely like a voice of like the coming generation of those that were within the 80s and 90s. He was definitely
Yeah, he
that
was
kind
on
of a voice.
NBC, right?
Yep.
And this was right before NBC gets the stuff back. Dang, that's tough.
RIP to a great. And now we bring that up because he was commentating. His his passing was due to a battle with cancer. It says a kind of a long battle with cancer. It makes you wonder how long he was battling with said cancer.
Yeah.
Because that makes me think that he did some of his commentating while
Mm-hmm.
battling cancer. Like my man was out here pulling the Chadwick Boseman.
I had no clue.
Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, RIP to a great. I'll sip on
Do I have any more? I got a little bit of sip.
that. So I'm about to say notes wise, that's pretty much all I got until I
Yes.
start getting some more with like game 5 and then see if any other news or anything else happens.
I guess by next week, this time, we'll know the finals. So we can preview that.
Yeah. I notate that.
Cool. Well, on that note, folks, we'll holler at y'all later.
Yeah, man.
Keep sipping and stuff like that. You know?
Y'all stay fly, keep on sipping. Y'all know what we say.
Yep.
And always be safe and wash your hands.
Deuce.